Hi, my name is Emike Oyemade, and I'm so super excited to share my devotion with you for this week. My devotion is taken from the book of Matthew, chapter 24. Before then, let me be among the first to wish you a compliment of the season. I believe that Christmas is a beautiful season to be a blessing to people. Let it not just be about what you can afford, like in wearing clothes, in eating rice. Share the love of Christ, and God will bless you. Now, in Matthew chapter 8, verse 24, it reads, "And suddenly, behold, there arose a violent storm on the sea." Now, this is a story about Jesus and his disciples. They were heading to a destination, and Jesus was in this boat with his disciples. It will interest you to know that why the disciples and Jesus were in this boat. Look at what Jesus was doing. Now, there was a violent storm on the sea, and the boat was being overcovered by waves, but he was sleeping. Jesus was in this boat, but he was sleeping. I can imagine that Jesus must have been tired ministering to a crowd of people, and he gets into this boat to have a time to rest his tired body. While he was doing that, the waves began to beat against the boat, and the disciples were scared. They were scared that their boat was going to capsize and all of them were going to perish. Isn't it the same thing that happened to us in life? Sometimes in life we are hit by storm. This is the 11th month in the year 2020. I am sure you may look back and say that, well, I haven't had so good time in this year because of so and so. I remember this morning someone was sharing with me how she and her family had been back and forth the hospital from the beginning of the year because the husband had been sick. That's a storm. Or maybe you trusted God for a job in 2021 and it didn't happen. Yet you have applied to several places, you have prayed, you have sown seed, and it still didn't happen. That's a storm. Or maybe you thought that in the year 2021 you were going to move into your own apartment or a better place and it didn't happen. Here you are having troubles with your landlord. That's a storm. But what are you doing with Jesus in your boat? The storms are going to come. This life does not promise us that we're going to have a smooth sail, but God makes sure that through his son Jesus Christ, we can be saved from the storms of life. Are you a child of God and you have Jesus in your life and you are allowing the storm beat against your boat? What did the disciples do? In 25, and they went to him. That's exactly what I'm going to encourage you to do, my friend. It is not enough to have Jesus in your life. It is not enough to have Jesus in your boat. And you are having the storm beat at your boat. Most of the time, believers suffer in the hands of the devil, allowing the enemy to take advantage of them. Because, like these disciples did, they do not go to Jesus. Most of the time, they go to a friend first, they go to all other places first, and Jesus becomes the last place they go seek for solution to him. It says, they went to him and awakened him, saying, "Rescue and preserve us, we are perishing." What are you saying to Jesus? What are you saying to the Holy Spirit in your life? Some of us believers, we just leave the Lord in sleep mode in our life and will go around in circle searching for solution. Why the solution is right there in our boat sleeping. I agree that this is the end of the year and many things may not have happened positively for you from the beginning of the year. But I know that the remaining part of the year is too much a time for God to do what He wants to do. Would you call Him? The book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 7, encourages us to seek, encourages us to ask, encourages us to knock. Are you doing just that or you are complaining? My friend, let me let you know that the person who complains uses their mouth to drive away their blessing from them. I am so excited about what God is doing in this season, and I hope you are deliberately keen in. Till I come your way again next week with exciting devotion for the end of the year. Stay blessed.